said, you can have a young man who's in his 20s who talking shit to you, calling you all kind of names, and in reality, his feelings are hurt, right? You as the father, the leader, the guider, you hurt his feelings. He realized Santa Claus ain't real. See, sometimes children put their parents on a pedestal to a degree, and when they realize their parents are people, they're like, oh shit. See, think about that. Think about that mentality. Think about being a kid yourself. Think about, because I remember, right, being a young person and having other young people around me, and kids are cruel. So if we knew a young dude's mom was loose, or we seen her doing something, or any nefarious shit we seen about a kid's parent, we would tell them, like in a vengeful type of way, right? That would hurt children, because now that I think about it, it's hurtful because you put your parents on the pedestal. They're not human. They're your parents. See, you ain't calling them by their first name. That ain't Brenda. Shit. Shit. That ain't Brenda. That's your mama. So she took care of you. She fed you. You put her on a pedestal, and sometimes unfairly. Because that's your mama. But shit, when she was 21, that was Brenda. She was out. She could have been out here. Your dad could have been out here. And then you become a adult. Life hits you in the face, and now you see, oh, this is what my pops was going through. This is what my mom was going through. You see what I'm saying? So look, the job of a parent is extremely difficult. Any race of people, the job of a parent is extremely difficult. But look, man, speaking about us in particular, Black folks, everything matters though, right? The resources you were able to obtain, your state of mind when you had your children, your level of addiction to whatever that could be, your level of commitment to the child in the situation. Because I was talking this about with my homeboy Jermaine. I was talking about this with my homeboy Jermaine a few weeks ago on this show. The presence of a new child, a father having a new kid, right? This doesn't create a maturity level. I think that's a misnomer, that once I have a child, I am then going to be mature. I am then going to change my mindset and start working towards the things that I need to benefit me in the long run. That can only happen if that's in you already. See, we have a misnomer that I'm a young person. I've seen young people say, well, I kind of need to kick an ass. I got a baby coming. I can't afford it. I have no place to live, but a baby gonna make me get a job. Now I'm gonna go work hard. Now I'm gonna go get it in. And that's lofty thinking, in my opinion. Like if that's in you already, yes, it can, like my brother Jermaine said, it can activate something that's in you already. Now you off to the races. All you needed was like a little kick in the ass. Some people are lazy, shiftless, don't want to work hard. That's just in them. That's just their mentality about life. And a kid, per se, like the presence of a new child will not change that. Now, the continued presence of the child, maybe, right? Maybe you see the evolution of your child's life, and it hits you one day, damn, I gotta step in, I gotta be active, I gotta do things differently. That can happen. But the father-son relationship, there's no textbook on it on how to do it correctly. At any moment, any of us can be on the outs, because I think sometime, talking about like the Master P and Romeo shit, we see people with money and affluence and think certain problems are removed. Like, look, Master P he's had problems with this is public stuff that I'm speaking about. He's had problems with his wife, like his ex-wife and her addiction and things she was going through. He just lost his child. Who knows everything else that was going on behind the scenes while this man is trying to build this empire? That doesn't correlate. Like No Limit Records and being a successful CEO at a record label does not equate to being the same type of father. It just doesn't. So I'm not going to hold anybody to that standard, thinking because you've been able to do things in business that when you go home at night, all that shit is sharp and under control too. You never know. It's difficult. You see what I'm saying? And what we don't want to do, what I see people do too often, is pick sides. You'll see black folks going through shit like this, and you want to pick who you riding with or who you not riding with. Even in personal relationships, you shouldn't do that. If two of your homeboys is going at it, if two of your close friends are having a disagreement, it's best, excuse me, that you remain a neutral party in the conversation, opposed to infusing yourself to say to one of them, yeah, that person's wrong, or I ain't fucking with them. And then they become friends again or close again, and you left with that bullshit you said. See? So when two people you love are fighting or having an issue, the best course of action for you is stay the fuck out of it. And really, two people you don't know, right? But I do believe publicly, if you release something publicly, if you show us something publicly, we have the right to speak on it as well. But man, I love my black folks, man. We need to get to a